My dear subscribers, it has been a while, but I am back. I've got a lot of explaining to do. I was doing this for Instagram and I was speeding it up earlier to make it 1 minute so I could post it on there. So I'm by a busy road. Instead of speeding up 1.5 hours to 1 minute, why not speed it up to 5-10 minutes, and that way I've got a YouTube video. I can touch base with you guys, keep you updated, let you know what's been going on, where I've been. I don't really know where to begin, to be honest, but I am definitely back. I've got a lot of stuff coming to the channel. I'm about to start warbling, so I'm going to go straight to the video now. This is just a rough 1.5 hours warm-up sketch, if you will, of a element that's going to be in a big commission I'm going to be doing. The proper commission is going to be a fully rendered, heavily detailed painting, and this is just a quick loose sketch just to get my creative juices flowing. Go away. It's a jet now. Let's just go straight to the video and I'll explain that. So I've been offered an amazing commission. Well, this happened a few months back, and it's a dream commission for a dream client. I didn't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'm just going to say enough to give you the rough idea. It's fantasy related, so that's right up my street, and there's going to be some dragons in it. So yesterday I thought, to get the juices flowing, I'll do a quick dragon sketch in the afternoon. It's just a quick rough sketch which I did in about 1.5 hours yesterday, and using the methods I use on this quick sketch, you could use yourselves to get quite a quite a polished look for the short amount of time you actually put into it. And just to show you I haven't forgotten about you guys, here is my list. Actually, I need to add more to this. So this here is my list of paintings I've got on the go and videos. A lot of the names on here are just things I just thought of on the spot, which I won't be using. It's just for me to remember what they are. Wherever you see videos, there's a video coming for these paintings. And there's a few more things I've been filming on the side as well. So yeah, there's lots to come to the channel, so I really appreciate you guys sticking around with me. We hit 30,000 subscribers on here as well, so my motivation for YouTube is massive. It's just been way tougher than I expected to be productive with all the different things I have to manage now that I'm a father. But I'll be explaining that in detail in the next video, which will either be part 2 of mine and Noel's collaboration, or this epic start to finish process video of this incubus demon I've been painting. I'll just splice in a little bit of footage here so you can get a rough taste of what's to come. And with the Noel collaboration, part 2 is going to be epic as well. It's looking like 3 hours, and it's going to cover an awful lot of stuff, because over the period of us making the part 2 video, we've had a few catch-ups, and each catch-up's been pretty interesting, and I think it's some stuff worth sharing with you.
No. Meet Hammerstein. It's an emotional moment. On your knees.
No, I'll get them dirty, mate.
That's going to be a fun one. But yeah, big videos which take a lot of time to edit, but hopefully you'll enjoy them. This is just a quick rough sketch. Try out these ideas yourself. I'll do a little bit of voiceover now, and yeah, let's try and keep this to a 10-minute quickie, and I'll reward you for your patience. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's go in for a closer look. Right, I've used pencils, inks, acrylic paints, and a bit of spray paint as well. I thought I'd do this little warm-up sketch here just to flesh out one of the rough dragon ideas I've got. In the concept I have, there's going to be another dragon, kind of like this one, facing this side. So he's going to be at the bottom of what's essentially going to be an elaborate coat of arms. So I'm incredibly picky with what commissions I take on now, because I've got so many paintings, projects and things I need to wrap up before I can start to sort of tying myself down with commission work. But this one is one I could not refuse. It's for a dream client. If someone told me when I was a kid I'd be doing something for his franchise, I would be so happy. Okay, so it begins. Right, for this sketch I'm using my usual De La Roni A4 size heavyweight paper. It's a 220 GSM, so it's got a nice thickness to it. So I'm just taping it down now with some masking tape so it doesn't warp too much. Quick tip, if you are using masking tape on your artwork paper, stick the tape to your clothes a few times to decrease the stickiness, and it should still stick to your paper fine, and it won't tear the paper away when you remove it, as I have encountered many times in the past. So I've just grabbed the nearest pencil to hand here, and it's a Staedtler H pencil. So it's nice and light, and it's good for sketching out the basics. Dragon heads are really good fun things to draw, and especially from a side view, as there's so much you can sort of add detail-wise as you build up its profile. I think dragons can look a little bit goofy from the front, so side views are definitely the way to go if you want to have some fun. I've always liked my dragons sharp, spiky, and mean looking, so lots of horns and teeth. I posted this on my Instagram yesterday and a few people asked if it was a Game of Thrones dragon. It's not. I've actually only ever watched the pilot episode of Game of Thrones, which is a bit sad because it looks amazing and it's something I definitely want to watch at some point, but I just don't have the time to watch TV or movies. So I'm working very loosely here, and that's fine because I just want to get a rough but solid composition down. This will just be my guide for when I go in with the paints and markers shortly. I think the charm with these kind of mixed media sketches is that you can have this effective but still very raw and organic looking roughness. It adds a lot of personality, I think. I often find that the rough work seems to resonate a lot more with my followers than the fully rendered paintings, which is interesting. I'm trying to find a bit of a balance this year of mixing the two sort of aspects with my work, as I love equal measures of both. So I'm just tightening things up a little bit here with a dark 6B pencil, adding more shadows and giving things a bit more shape. And here I'm going in with a few markers, typically Faber-Castell brush pens and pro markers. Some basic rough shading will be very effective here underneath the colour washes when they are added shortly. As the colour washes are quite light, these markers help keep a little bit of detail and shape to things underneath. And of course these pens are waterproof, which is kind of essential as things are about to get pretty wet. Now I'm going in with a little masking fluid in a few key areas, mainly the eye and the teeth. And a quick splash of water over the entire area, and I'm just filling down a little burnt umber and phthalo blue acrylic paint with some water, and these are going to be used as my colour washes. I'm working very fast here and spontaneously. I just want to basically make a mess and let the paints mingle and do their own thing, and a little bit of brush splatter to add some textures. A quick blast of some spray paint at the top just to add a little bit of a sort of dark to light element to the image. This will help balance things a little bit and bring a bit more to the composition. And now I have to wait. The hairdryer's in the bedroom and Kaya is asleep and I don't want to wake her, so I'm literally watching paint dry here. Alright, let's peel off this masking fluid to reveal the white paper underneath. And now I'm just going in with some random brush pens just to add a little bit of colour to various areas. I'll often use pencil crayons to pick out highlights over darker areas, and that's what I'm doing here. A little pink around the gums. And now I'm going in with some acrylic paint to pick out some of the highlights, and this will help make various areas pop out a little bit. I love how effective a few like white dots can be in making, say, a mouth or a nostril look nice and wet and shiny. And now I'm going in with some dark ink into various areas to sort of deepen the shadows and make things more contrasty and dynamic. This help brings a bit more depth and shape to things. And I decided to give him a nice bright red eye, and I put a little bit of Naples yellow in there to sort of give it a fiery orb-like effect. And of course a little white dot in a few key areas can sort of give an eye a bit more shape and bring it to life. And a couple more finishing tweaks and we are done. And of course the dragons I'm going to be doing in the main commission will be a lot more rendered than this one, kind of similar in style, as this is the way I like to draw my dragons. But this little sketch has definitely sort of plugged me into the project mentally. And it's actually really refreshing for me to do something this sort of loose and quick, as I usually spend weeks, months, and in some cases years on paintings.
I'm back out here again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and hopefully there were some things in there you'll try yourself. Simple methods really to achieve quite a cool effect, cheap materials and quick and easy results. So please stay tuned because there's plenty of videos coming soon. Part 2 of the collab with Noel is coming this month, and the Incubus full process video is coming as well. So there's going to be hours and hours of stuff for you to watch, and I think a lot of you guys from the messages I've received seem to watch the videos while you're working on art as well, so that's pretty awesome. So I love the idea of that. But anyway, I am warbling. I'm going to get back inside, edit this video, get it uploaded, and if you haven't joined my Instagram, please do, because there's a competition to win the artwork in this video. I'll be posting the details on Sunday, so it's Friday now, so if I get this uploaded, there's a couple of days for you to join my Instagram. The URL is here somewhere, and I think that is everything. So, oh, look what I got for my birthday. Pretty cool, eh? And I think that's a wrap. Cut.